Okay, this is a meeting of the nominating committee for Thursday, and we'll do a roll call. Bob Stroud.
Here, present.
Randy Wilson.
Here.
Stacy Moore. Irvin Brown. And chairs here face Stubblefield, so there is a quorum. Our first committee, we're only filling spots in January this month. So our animal control, we are going to leave it like it is unless y'all know of anything different. Patsy Gregory, Dr. Dan Hitch, Stacy Moore, Stephanie Bradley, and Eric Roberts. Y'all all good with that one? You want to make a motion that we want to run through all of them and then make a motion at the end,
I
or?
don't know why not.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever suits y'all. Hey,
Okay.
That's
Is
committee
that our-
there, we're in the middle of trying to get this project going. Keeps coming in over the project. So we've had to do some cuts and stuff to try to get in our money. And Trey is in the process of putting that back out for bid now after the third cutting down of the project. And it ain't what all we want out there as far as the office stuff, but with our money, it's just, it's just something, it's just gonna have to, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Is there, I mean, as far as everybody knows,
Everybody's happy on it?
everybody's satisfied with being on that committee, nobody's wanting to come off, or?
No one has contacted us about
Okay.
that.
Like it is.
All right, the next one would be, let's budget. And that's Keith Hoover and Faye Stubblefield, Dennis Wade, James Bowens, and Burton Glover. Y'all good with that? Got any?
Does that committee only normally have 5 people on it? Is that right?
Y'all good?
I'm have a problem with myself.
Everybody's happy?
Okay, all right.
If somebody wants off of it, they should let you know.
Yeah, and I think Keith, it was the chair, and I think he's satisfied with the committee. The next one would be finance audit, and we are looking to make a couple of changes on this one. So we're looking at Jeff DeLong, Dennis Wade, Michael Doris, Lanny Adcock, Don Eden, Brad Moreland, and George Hatcher. We have 2 that we're suggesting that we take off and replace with Frank Spain, and we'll take him off and put Keith Hoover on. Jody had asked us to put the budget committee chairman on this committee, so that's why we're doing that. And then Mr. Tommy Baggett, we'll take him off and put Irvin Brown on. That works for y'all.
Yeah, Tommy, hey, this committee met, the only time they meet is when we look at the audit book. And we had a meeting about a month ago and had the audit people here from the state, and they're like, barely, after getting on the phone, getting a quorum. So, Tommy's not able to really get out of the house.
He's a bitch.
I mean, he is, he said, we're gonna be probably hard pressed to him staying on zoning. So we thought we'd, Irvin being the accountant, put him on there, and that, like I say, they don't meet for once a year.
Do we want to, since we're making a change here, do we want to go ahead and make a motion on this one?
Yeah.
All right, so I make the motion that we replace Frank Spain with Keith Hoover, and we replace Tommy Baggett with Irvin Brown on the finance audit committee.
Hey, do I have a second?
I second.
Okay. Can we just do a?
Yeah, because ain't nobody else on except us,
The
right?
3 of us and he.
Dennis is on there.
Well, Dennis is sitting on the committee.
Yeah, he's not
Oh,
on.
I thought-
Yeah. All right, so all in favor of those, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we will make those changes on that one. The next one is, I think it's safety committee.
Yeah, that's right.
Which one?
Safety, it's on the 3rd page.
Bottom.
And we're looking at, there's two members that are elected by the county commission, 3 members that are appointed by an employee representative, the county mayor. So we're looking out for the county commission, James Bowen and Bob Hogan. We don't have to vote on the others, do we?
No, the others are represented the
Reps-
insurance company, and, one lady represents the highway department. Of course, Brad Evans represents the, sheriff's department. Chance Holmes is the chairman because he's over EMA. This committee used to meet monthly, but because of the pandemic, they've gone to quarterly some now, and, right, what they do is we have an accident, they'll show us all the reports, and then what the department heads have told the employees how to fix what happened. A lot of it is coming from the sheriff's department where somebody got in a ruckus with a prisoner and stuff like that, EMS where they picked up somebody too heavy. That's 90% of our accidents, really. You might have something where somebody tripped and fell and stepped off a step wrong, but that's pretty well what it is. And of course, the insurance company, they always come, our insurance companies with workman's comp, they're always in attendance too, to give their 3 cents worth, so the committee works pretty good. The only person that probably is in a burden there is James Bowen, because we do meet around 8:39 in the morning. He drives the bus, and that's a committee for a lot of people. It's hard to make it.
Do we need to look at replacing Mr. Bowens on that committee?
He says right now he's happy being on it.
Okay.
It's, he,
So does he make it late, or does he not usually make it?
I don't know how much longer he's gonna keep driving the bus, but, it's just a safety committee, and they just listen to these things, and, it's really, the committee doesn't have a lot of instructions. They just listen to it and just aware of what goes on as far as personnel.
Leave it like it is.
Yeah, the schools
As
usually
long
have
as Mr.
somebody there
Bowles
too.
wants to stay on, and he
Ain't
does right
Teresa
now.
or something to do with the school?
Yeah, she's always there to represent. She used to be that Donna Darts.
Yeah.
She don't come anymore.
Y'all good with staying the same on the safety committee then?
Right, Mr. Allen, you good with that, ain't
Yes.
Then the next one would be agriculture. And we've got 4 on agriculture that their term is up this time. It's a 2-year term. Joel Bernard, Randy Wilson, Denise Rotzing?
That's close enough.
Okay, and Jeff Ayers. We haven't heard from any of them that they didn't want to be on the committee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Burton reported, that they all wanted to stay on. Could he go? Burton's our other 3rd county commissioner. He's not up till next year. But I did talk to Jeff Smith at the agriculture place, and he recommends that these 4 be reinstalled for a 2-year term.
it? It's a pretty good committee, ain't it, Josh?
Yes, sir. Yeah. That's easy for me.
Okay, so we're good with just leaving it like it is? Okay. The next one is the E911 board. We have 1 term that's up. That's Nancy Johnson. She's from Orlando. She represents the Orlando area on the E911 board, and she said she was willing to serve another term.
Yeah. Hey, don't she kind of represent the fire department too a little bit?
Yeah.
Somewhat when necessary, yeah.
Where's the number?
It's across from
Emergency
agriculture.
I would say
It's
officially
emergency
she's an Orlando area
communication district. I'm
representative,
sorry.
but she is
It's
a
right
fire
across from
marshal.
agriculture.
I would say that the fire departments don't feel like they have a representative on that committee. Pay a large portion of the fees. But they do not feel like they have a representative on that committee.
Well, that committee's something's gonna have to be looked at by the board. But now all the cities are paying their part. They also want reputation too.
Yeah. But it takes we have to go to the state legislature to get it changed into more people. But the only one we're voting on this year is Nancy Johnson.
And you say that she wants to stay
Yeah,
on.
we talked to her, Billy and I both talked to her this morning about it.
He's pretty faithful.
Are y'all good with that?
I mean, yeah, I'm good. I know Josh is saying we need somebody on it from but I mean, I guess we don't really need to take her off if she's, like Billy said, faithful and staying,
Yeah. You ready for another? Y'all ready? Okay. We'll move on to the next page. There, down at the bottom right-hand corner is the construction board. And Matt Burnett, Steve Powell, Tracy Barra, and Jerry Reynolds are on that board. Lanny, we're gonna take Lanny off and put Trey Fan on. Feel like we need our engineer on that board. That works.
What you didn't have, that's all.
It's on the,
I see.
Page 5 of 9. Is that, there's nobody from the commission on there, doesn't need to be, not supposed to be?
I don't think so.
No, and I talked to Laney this morning. As long as Laney's been on this board, it's never met.
Yeah.
It's never met.
Never
I
seen
won't
me.
swap over.
So if it does meet, I feel like we ought to have our county engineer on that board if it's got something to do with construction.
Yes.
Personally, I don't really know what that board does.
For that change, I'd like to make the motion that we replace Lanny Adcock with Trey Fan.
Okay. I have a second?
I second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Uh,
All opposed? Okay, that passes. On the next page is, down at the bottom on the left-hand side is the library board. And we are looking at 2 terms that are up this year, Bill Moore and Tim Harris. So I think Bill wants to stay on the committee.
If Bill's our county commissioner representative on that board, Tim Harris is represented by the city.
But that's, y'all are looking at library,
Yeah.
that's in July.
Oh, is it July?
July, I'm reading your
Oh, I
terms.
see it now. It is July.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Leanne.
Thank you,
that's why
Leanne.
you're here.
That's my bad.
I was just getting ahead of myself. All right,
Let's
let's go across this page to the Work Release Commission. And that one is, it is January.
But they're 4-year terms, so.
They're
they're all
4-year
good.
terms and they're all good, so we won't be voting on any of those this
What
year.
about on the work release, because of Tommy's health issues? Do we need to make a change there?
How would they meet?
You know, I talked to Tommy about a month ago and all he talked about was zoning. He wasn't ready to come off. Hey, I'll call him again tomorrow. You know, it's not like I want him to come off anything, but, you know, if he doesn't feel like serving, he's been good about calling me and saying, hey, I'm getting ready to make a move. But he hasn't said anything about that work release. Yeah, I need to give him a call.
So last
Out of
time,
respect, I need to give him a call.
last time I saw him, I just know he was really starting to
Yeah.
go down.
Unless he, his term ends next year, if he wants to stay on that long. But you'll let us know if we need to
Yeah.
make any changes. Okay. And let's see, we have one committee that's for February. I don't know if y'all wanted to go ahead and look at that, or if you wanted to just wait till next month and have another meeting.
When you looking at
Uh,
that?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at Planning Commission for
Oh,
Robertson
okay.
County.
We won't wait till next month and look at it.
Yeah.
Right, Bill?
Yeah, I found out this morning, no, really, I found out a little at dinner that Don Langford, Don's in bad health, says he cannot serve another term, a 4-year term, and I have not had a chance to talk to anybody in that area. If you'll notice, that committee, you got Rick Green, which he kind of lives, I always pick Green, like around Greenbrier.
Greenbrier.
The Fetterman guy, he's been on there forever, but I don't really know where he lives. Danny Baltic's out there on 431, Kay Bagby's out toward Adams, and then you got Keith Hoover and W.O. Jones. Where's he live? He's the chairman. He's been on there for a while too. But Don Langford's the only one that has said that he can't serve. And Tommy Baggett told me when he gets ready to come off, he will call me. And he said he will try to help us find somebody that he knows will do a great job when he resigns, and he has not resigned yet.
So we probably need to put this one off until February, so you have
Hey, I'm
time to talk.
hoping we'll have
I
somebody,
think so.
I'm hoping we'll have somebody at the
Mr. Langford's a Coopertown.
county commission meeting next week that we should vote off the floor.
Okay. All right, that sounds good.
I think we just got back.
Working a couple people and they won't do it.
Well, Nick just
One
got
of these, he
back.
got something
Hey,
else on that day.
why, really, I'm gonna be tough, this is a hard committee. You're on what, zone appeals?
Mhm.
And, you get caught in the middle of a lot of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I know something's fixing to come up right now in my area. It's not gonna be pretty. And, it's a tough committee, and I just don't want to say, hey, I know somebody to do it, because they don't really know what they're getting involved in. But I hope to have somebody next week to take Don's place. Don comes out from around Sandy Springs and Cooktown. I would love to have somebody in that area that lives out in the county, really. So I just move on to workhouse.
Okay. So we have the workhouse committee. The terms this year that are coming due are Don Eden and Bubba Doris.
The workhouse committee, I hate to keep interrupting, but you know they meet the same time as law enforcement. Kind of get a good crowd there. I know Don's always there, and Darryl and them, and Bubba Doris, I don't know if he wants to come over. I don't.
I haven't heard him
It
say.
always comes.
He
He always
never-
comes, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I say go with them two.
I
That's
say
the
if he
committee
calls, if
that-
he ain't asking to get off, leave him there.
yeah. So, we're looking at Don Eden and Bubba Doris staying on again this time. That work for both of y'all? Okay. The airport board isn't up this year, it's in December, but we've taken the airport board has replaced Neil Peterson with Paul Nutting, and I don't know that we have to vote on that, but
No, that's just for y'all information.
just for your information. And I think that's all of the committees.
I want to ask you though, did y'all do finance investment on the first page? You did audit, but right below is finance investment. Anyway,
Oh,
and I think,
No, we
well,
didn't.
okay.
No, we
I
didn't.
thought we
I was
did.
gonna wait, I didn't think you
So
did.
finance investments on the first page,
Mhm.
That committee reason we probably didn't, we need to, is because it don't never meet.
Right.
yeah, I was on it for 10 years.
We don't never invest nothing.
How come we don't get on other committees, don't ever? Oh, you ain't gonna-
Hey, I don't know that the taxpayer would love for us to raise taxes and invest in their money.
Yeah.
So we don't never meet.
That committee would allow me to get back on solid waste. So I don't have to beat with this.
So,
I've been here a long time and I've never known that committee meet.
well, I've been here, I know the 10 years I was on it, we never met.
It's never been so.
But the members of that committee are Billy Vogel, who's the county mayor, and Kendra Shelton, the trustee, but it's Daryl Woodard, Bob Stroud, and Tommy Jackson. So
Tommy ever come?
they don't ever meet.
Perfect committee.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
So if that works for y'all, we'll go with that, continue on with the same committee. Does anyone have any other ideas or suggestions or things that we can cover?
I've got some I'm gonna bring y'all's attention. It's probably too much information, but if you look on the second page, it says county attorney, November 2nd, years by contract. I don't know that I had talked to Clyde about where we're at with his contract, but I will call him tomorrow. I just happened to see that.
2 years, it's 2 years.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know what we do with Clyde. We had somebody take his place, tell him what it cost us. Ain't no telling.
Mayor, y'all still waiting on a recommendation from the Economic Development Board on filling their vacancy?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they have.
I don't even know how many people are short. I think they're short one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they ever fill Robert Rawson's spot?
No, that's the one I was thinking of. I think still.
The last time I talked to them, they was wanting to find a minority. And, you know, sometimes that, you know, it's hard to find, you know, people that, that was what was in their head.
Okay, so if no other suggestions or anything, I would take a motion. We're going to vote on all the other committees that we did not make changes on, and I can go back and list them for you if you'd like for me to.
So I had animal control, finance investment, budget, Anything on the second page?
None on the second page.
The third page was safety
Safety.
committee we talked about.
Yes.
That one was good. Agriculture and emergency communication.
Mhm.
Then construction.
Yes.
Beside library, the GI,
Work release commission,
workhouse board.
work release and the workhouse board. And, that's it. So we're ready for a motion on those committees that had no changes. And,
I make a motion to approve all the other ones that being as they are.
Second.
all right, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Okay, the ayes have it. That is, Mr. Mayor, do you have anything else you'd
I
like
don't
to
have
add?
anything else.
Anything from anybody? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, all right. Thank you for coming. Appreciate it.